What's up, everybody? It's SuperSmallchibiwolf here, and today I'm gonna be reviewing Dragon Ball Super Broly. And dude, this movie, it was fun to watch. Now, in my opinion, when for example, you know how like you have like hype, you know, and really really look forward to this movie. You're like, oh man, and sometimes it's like, eh, you know it this and that, whatever, negative basically. This movie, is an example of something that lives up to the hype. Because, dude, oh man, where do I start? So, me personally, right? I grew up with the games and the PS1. I remember playing that. I remember, my favorite series is Kai, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, Kai. Um, I also enjoyed what was it? Oh, all those characters. Frieza is a pretty badass, villain, and yeah. So, man, when coming in this film, I was like, I enjoyed the Dragon Ball Z. I was like, you know what, man, I think this is gonna be a real great movie. I really think it's gonna be amazing. No, maybe it's gonna be the movie of the year. Maybe, like that's how good of faith I had for this movie, and it lived up. I enjoyed it. Now, from the story, it was great. Talking about like Broly, and he was better. By the way, he was a great villain. A great fights. He brought in great everything, man. He was just badass, is what I'm trying to say. When you go to an action movie and you see that one character that's just like wow, like that's Broly, man. Like I really enjoyed this when he had the camera, man. Like the scenes, of his, because they did not disappoint. Those fight scenes, no, man, the fight scenes in general was just great. Because there's a lot of movies that was like overhyped, in my opinion. That and the fight scenes were just like, man, all these people, man, they just trying to saying this and that, and like saying, oh, it's like, and then you watch it and then it's like, really, in my opinion, this was a fun movie, man. The fights were badass, man. Like, oh, also, man, me personally, I enjoy it when they do the fusion stuff. Don't get me wrong. But me personally, I like when they fight side by side more like that. But the fusion stuff in this, like, I'm not saying it's bad. It's like I enjoy those scenes. The fusion stuff in this, man, they were badass, man. Yo, it was real cool, man. It was, because so. Shit. What was his name? Also was badass. That one dude, not Broly, it was this other guy. Ah, man. I think that was a real character, though. The little assistant of Frieza's. And what's his name? Shit, what was his name? Like little dude, man. Let's just say his little sidekick or butler, whatever. In my opinion, he was okay character. In my opinion, like when he was one of those characters. When you see him, you like, he's not shit, but he is just okay. That's the only thing I did not like. If there was anything, but besides that, Frieza was badass, dude. Like always, he had that cool ass look of the, new stylish, like he had like that Super Saiyan form, the newest one or whatever. Me, I'm gonna be real. I don't. What was it? I did watch a lot of here and there, a lot of episodes, but I didn't watch like from point one to, from point A to B of Super, But I did watch enough to be like, yo, yeah, it was pretty cool, man. So yeah. Me personally, I think this movie is worth seeing. This had the fun, and of course, Goku, man. I enjoy Goku, man. He brings out the fun. He's like the cool, fun, strong ass guy. Like Like I know it sounds like oh typical or of course everyone likes Goku, you know, but I also like other characters. Don't get me wrong, like Gohan was pretty cool and Kai. Like I think they should have made a little bit more of Kai, but spreading out the Gohan and Videl scene. You know what I mean? Because I enjoyed those two when they did their thing, you know, and oh we don't get to see that. Nah, they're like more like just dumb. And but yeah, man, in my opinion, you know, well, it makes sense. But in my opinion, when you take a movie, right, and then create it. Sometimes people like big movies they get created. Like for example, what I'm trying to say is a lot of times it doesn't work out, right? Like you see all these movie companies trying to take something to create something, and usually it comes out as like it just does not work. It's either a shitty movie or it's like a okay, I'll just accept it movie. You know what I mean? But in this movie, man, I saw a lot of people like they were hyped in doing the movie. Like doing the fight scene between Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. Uh, yo, everyone was like, yeah, everyone was hyped, man. They were going like, it was just crazy, man. I enjoyed it, man. It really was a great movie. And do I recommend it? I do recommend it, The story was nice, the characters were nice, and the final fight scene, man. The Broly fight scenes, man, they were great too. Also, another thing, another thing is, wait a. Oh, sorry, I had to do something. But the music, the music, man, it was great. Like whoever did the composing of the music, man, they really did a great job. I enjoyed it. It's one, because sometimes, music, is a good way to, it, what was it, absorb, like, how do I say, just to get in the mood, just like, and, so I've seen a lot of like movies and animations, those animes. And then basically I've seen a lot of action stuff is what I'm trying to say in my life. And a lot of times here and there I see, music that, hey, like, yeah, it fits here and there. You know what I mean? And look, me, I messed around here and there with somewhat music, back then. But man, this movie, I would say, it's an example of, dude, it really has cool music, man. I was that, because, for example, this movie when it had the hype music, it made me like, I'm interested in this. I'm drawn into this, and this music, would fit the thing well. All those I've seen recently, it was okay. I wouldn't say, yeah, man, this is perfect. This is a good example. I wouldn't say that, so that's the difference when I put it apart. I just wanted to say that because the music was nice. And man, I hope they make another Dragon Ball movie, because this one, it was cool, man. I did enjoy this one. Now, what else to say, man? I think that's it. It looked good. The storyline was great. The fight scenes were amazing. Just in my opinion, this is a perfect movie. Do I recommend it? Of course, 100%. Go watch it. Go chill. Man, this movie was great. Probably the next movie I'll review is Alita Battle Angel. Yeah, Alita Battle Angel. Yeah, but besides that, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me which is your favorite season of Dragon Ball. Is it like Dragon Ball Z, the Kai? Is it, Super, and other ones, etc. So with that being done, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye.